Good morning, everybody. Sorry about that. We're having some technical difficulties, but we are back. Again, this is CMC Live from Hawk Live Radio from Hillsborough College. And today we are going to have our radio show. So, good morning, everybody. You are listening to CMC Live on Hawk Live Radio, the official radio station for Hillsborough College here in Tampa, Florida. I'm your host, Prodigal, and today I have my buddy here, Danny.
Good morning, everyone.
I hope everybody had a great week so far. I have no complaints. I'm actually happy because it's pay week. I'm just ready to relax, sleep, and just enjoy TV. And that's really much all that I want this weekend. Last week, we ended with some interesting topics and segments. So coming up, we're going to kick things off with what's popping in Tampa. But first, let's play some HGC tunes. That was Last Friday Night by Katy Perry. Again, everybody, you're listening to CMC Live on the Hawk Live Radio, the official radio station for Hillsborough College in Tampa, Florida. Welcome back to the show. 813, the big city of elevation and cool events. Our city definitely doesn't get enough credit when it comes to the multiple themes and fun on the weekend. You know, growing up, I was actually born in Carver City area, so that's near South Tampa by Jefferson High School. And I remember going to the rec center and Loretta Ingram Rec Center, and I was playing in the gym and playing in the pool, and it was just an outlet for me to just enjoy life, you know. And as I've gotten older, more events were becoming more diverse and so broad. And so half the time, I don't know what's going on in Tampa. So there's so much to do. There's so much to see. So let's see what's going on today. So on visiting tampabay.com, there's a list of events to do, from sports, recreation, to dining and nightlife, even stuff for the kiddos. 3 pop-ups are actually happening today at the Osprey View, Armature Works, and Top Shelf Lounge. You can do some stretch and sip at the Osprey View. For those who like to work out and have fun after, I actually like to work out. I'm more of a upper body person. I'm not really trying to bulk up. So if you do like to work out, just go ahead and go down there to the Osprey View and you will have some fun over there. And then next you can head over to Armature Works. They're having a craft and sip custom charm bar where you can make your own customized charm bracelets and necklaces. If you're into crafts and you love to make jewelry, this is for you. Last but not least is the Throwback 90s and 2000s trivia at the Top Shelf Lounge. Shout out to all my 90s babies. I was born in 1997, so we got to rep loud and proud. So if you would like to check out more events happening on the day that you're off, or just want to get out the house, let your hair down, check out on visitampabay.com and see what's hot on the calendar. 813 all day. Let's get out and have some fun. All right, kings and queens, coming up in the next segment, I will be discussing Struggle 101, Let Me Vent. But before we get to that, it's time to take another break with some great music. And next song we're going to play is Lovers and Friends by Usher. That was Lovers and Friends by Usher. Again, you are listening to CMC Live on Hawk Radio Live, the official radio station for Hillsborough College here in Tampa, Florida. Now, you're probably wondering why I named this topic Struggle 101, but trust me, it is for a reason. I remember when I was younger and I always told my parents, oh, I can't wait until I'm older. I can't wait until I'm grown, until I can drive my first car and pay my bills. But guess what? All that has changed because, baby, it is rough out here. And I did not know that it was like this. I remember just how cheap it was back in the day. And you compare it to now and you talk about the inflation when it comes to the apartments, and you talk about the inflations when it comes to the groceries, and how over the years it has changed. So, Danny, I know you're mature than me and more wiser than me. How has life changed over the years?
Well, I don't know about wiser, but when I first started off, I was in my 20s. My wife, we got married early. And the one thing I know is we were able to buy a house right away. I mean, we had just recently got married, bought a house. We were having our first baby. And it was a lot easier at the time. But I mean, we still went through our struggles. Right. We had bills, and you're only making so much. But today, I have to say it's a lot harder. I have two daughters. One's 25, and she's married. She's got a baby. She's still coming to us for help. So, right. Yeah, it's harder in today's youth.
Yes. And then also, like, when it comes to the apartments, I remember when I first moved into my apartment, the rent was $858, and it went from $858 to $1,096. So it's up and down the prices go. And so I searched up from Zillow.com the average cost of rent, and you would have to pay $2,400 in Florida, and in the last year it has gone up by $80. And Florida is 16% higher than the national average. So let me tell you now, you keep those words to yourself, that you want to grow up and that you want to do everything on your own, because trust me, it is hard out here.
For sure.
And I just hope, the future for these children can be easier when it comes to all of this, because I really it just seems like it's going to be a battle. And just recently I went to Bahama Breeze, and I was looking around at the apartments, and I'm like, okay, those look kind of nice and fancy. I looked those up, and it was $2,300. So again, it's hard out here. And then you just go back into the whole egg spike, the price of the egg spike, and how it was $8. And I'm not even going to lie, like, I was mad when they had that. Like, Danny, with your family and then with the inflation and the eggs, and how was that with the groceries?
Well, once we hit, we've done well through the years. I built a business. My wife has built a pretty, she's very successful. So it's been a lot easier for us as we've grown and gotten older, build our careers. But I have a daughter that's 21. She's actually an HCC student.
Nice.
And I tell her, and she knows this, I tell her she's ready to move on. And, she's had her own place before. And I tell her all the time, stay at home as long as you can, because it's rough out there. And it's like you said, from one day to the next, Tampa's just been overpopulated. This is something I've seen. There used to be no traffic. Now you can't. What takes now an hour and a half to get from one place to the other. I mean, we used to do it in 30 minutes. And, all that, there's not enough homes for everybody. That spikes, like you said, the cost of living. And you can't even get a car as a young person today. No. I mean, it's ridiculous.
No, like, even now, I'm trying to look for a cash car. And I'm like, okay, who can I trust? Because there's a lot of people out there that sells bad cars. So with that, you put all your hard work into it, but it goes nowhere, because when you try to get a cash car, who you giving your money to.
It's a hit or miss.
It's a hit or miss. So it's insane. It's truly insane. And I said to myself, next year I need to invest in a house, because the same price you can get from an apartment you can do by owning your own house. Like, I understand the HOAs can be a headache, but hey,
we live in one of those.
Yeah,
I hate it.
It's a headache.
They don't bother us much.
They don't.
No, but they can be something else.
Yeah. So it's insane, like I said. And so then with that, again, you have with food, and from Fox 13 News, they posted an article from Jennifer Cuevas. Tampa Bay area sees largest grocery store increase in continental U.S. Between March 2024 of last year and March of this year, grocery prices went up 4.3%. They recommend budgeting, looking out for coupons and deals, because you never know when another shortage can happen. With me, when I was single, I'm in a relationship now, but when I was single, I used to always try to buy in bulk. So I would go to Sam's Club or Costco, BJ's, places like that. So I don't have to go back and forth all the time. I don't like to shop. I'm not even going to lie. I do not like to grocery shop. So I try to make the easy route out. So so when she said to recommend budgeting and coupons and everything, I was like, okay, cool. So I already do that. And so even when you go shopping, you spend what? God, if you're a family of 5, you're spending like...
We're a family of 5. And I'm telling you, on a weekly basis, we're probably at like $400. And we can afford it today. And back in the day, we didn't need that much money. You know, back in the day, $200 will get you a long ways. Today, we can afford it. And, you know, we can do it comfortably. But, you know, young, you know, you got 3 kids in an apartment, which kids to me is 20s. And they're having a hard, like I said, I got a 25-year-old with a baby. She's still coming to me. Hey, we need some help. It's crazy.
Yep. So I just shout out to, I'm telling you, to the future. Like, we got a lot of work to do. That's all I can say. And so another thing that I wrote was that it kills me when it comes to the apartment buildings being made, or like the different businesses that's being built in Tampa. But when you search online, you only see that there's 19 shelters across the Tampa St. Pete area. And so I said to myself, make it make sense. How is it that there's a lot of businesses being made, but you see a lot of homeless people on the streets? Tampa.gov advertised that Nebraska Avenue will be opening affordable apartments with a $2 million investment from the city. And for me, we need more money when it comes to our homeless crew. We need more free food. We need more buildings for the world. So it really hits home for me. And then for me personally, I think that they should open up a school or like a housing communities specifically for them, for those who are homeless, you know. So I just, over the years, I only been in Tampa, I mean, I say all my life, but over the years I've seen how much it has changed. In South Tampa, on Boy Scout Street, if you guys know what I'm talking about, there used to be a restaurant called Kona Grill. Kona Grill's not there anymore. They shut down Kona Grill, and now they're building apartments. You drive down here in Ybor, there's tons of buildings being made, but you see homeless people across the street. You see homeless people laying on the street. So it's like, make it make sense. Danny, what's your thoughts?
Who's helping out the less fortunate? I want to share something. She touched on, you know, not enough support for those in need. I just want to mention for those that need some assistance with, you know, just food. There is a church in Riverview. It's on Balm Riverview Road. It's called Love First Christian Center, and they have a pantry. And I think they do it weekly. You can stop by and pick up groceries, and you're not just picking up just 2 or 3 things. They really are feeding the community. Awesome. And no questions asked. You could have a job and just on the struggle, and they are doors wide open. They're there to, you know, they will feed you.
Awesome.
With groceries to take home, not just a meal there.
Right. And I thank you for the insight on that, because we all need help at the end of the day, and my heart and soul longs for those who can't do more for themselves. Just know that I hear your voice and we're with you, and if nobody listen, just know that we are. Again, this is Cheryl and Danny coming to you from HCC Live Hawk Radio, and we are about to take another break. We are going to listen to Pimpin' All Over the World by Ludacris. Hang tight, everybody. Again, you are listening to CMC Live on Hawk Radio Live, the official radio station for Hillsborough College here in Tampa, Florida. I hope you are enjoying the show. Right now, we're going to be talking about the Emmys. And so recently I did watch a little clips of it, and I saw the fashion, the glam, and the gossip. So I'm like, what's the scoop? What's so good about the Emmys? And so NewYorkTimes.com, they listed the best and worst moments from the Emmy Awards. And I remember when I was at work and I started watching the different clips that they had when it came to the fashions and with how everybody was when it came to acting. And so I really want to give my hats off to everybody who did their thing out there. And actually, Danny, go ahead. Your daughter is famous out here. So
Well, I don't. She's working her way up. My 25-year-old. She's the one with the baby that there's been the struggling artist.
yeah.
Many of them. Now she's not sleeping in her car or anything, but she's doing her thing, and she had this social media presence, and they reached out to her. Now she's played a couple small roles in some movies, and she's just being sought after a little more and more. And so she's working her way up. She's in the horror genre, so she's doing some crazy things. But yeah, she's making it. She's looking forward to it. I mean, she's thinking big, Hollywood. So I hope to see her there one day.
Nice, nice. Congratulations to her.
Thank you.
And when it comes to the Emmys this year, I did a little deep research, and what I didn't know was that Stephen Colbert, he was named the best late night talk show for the first time. He decided to end the season due to financial reasons, but nevertheless, he did make an impact. They stated that the best thank you came from Tremel Tillman, who thanked his mom, and he stated, "Mama, you were there for me when no one else was and no one else would show up. Your loving kindness always stays with me." So after reading that, I became curious and I watched the video, and it was definitely a tear jerker. His words resonated with me when he said no one showed up for him like his mom did. My mom will always be my superhero, and my call light for her will always shine. She's the number one person who's been in my life, and she is definitely my role model. So shout out to Tremel for doing that. Another clip I watched was Owen Cooper, who won Best Supporting Actor at just 15 years old. He said something so valid and true.
Wow.
Yes, really, really amazing. If you're listening, if you're focusing, just step out of your comfort zone a little bit, and who cares if you get embarrassed? And he said anything can be possible. So for you, Danny, just hearing that from a 15-year-old, like, it's amazing.
You know, that's you know, I hear from people that are in the industry or are doing something different, and that's the one thing that I hear all the time is, forget about judgment. You know, most of the time people aren't even thinking about you. Mm-hmm. You know, they might for a second, people like to point fingers at others or judge, but after that one moment, you're gone. You know, you're not even a thought in their head. Just do what you do, forget what the people think. And the mother thing, don't ever forget about your mom. You know, it doesn't matter how successful you are or you know, you're in the gut of your mom, you know, will always be. She's the one that will pick you up when you fall. She'll give you shelter. She's the one that will feed you. You know, she's the one that, you know, and if you don't have one of those moms, you know, unfortunately, for whatever reason, you can be that mother too and break that generational.
Amen. Right.
Curse.
I know what you meant, man. I know what you meant. So again, just for him to be so young and yet have so much wisdom,
it's beautiful.
It is. And so just keep that momentum going. And so for the fashion game, it's a lot to uncover, but I'm just gonna hit the main points. CNN.com mentioned that Jenna Ortega took a gothic spin on naked dressing, and she hit the carpet with illusion fabric and outside gemstones that were fastened together and draped around her torso. So if you're not familiar with Jenny Ortega, she plays Wednesday on the Netflix series pertaining to the Addams Family, and so she did come out with an illusion fabric with outside gemstones. I actually looked at the picture there, and it was pretty nice. She did that. It was really different too. And then they did a tribute to the late Giorgio Armani, and he was honored throughout the night, and Kate Blanchett wore a black velvet jumpsuit from his fashion label. So with that, it was nice and classy, nothing too fancy or screams you're doing too much. And I love the fact that even though he's not there, his presence was still in the room. So fashion sure has a way to bring people together. Danny, have you ever wore any of his clothing?
I have a closet. 20% of it is Giorgio Armani.
See?
Yeah.
And so I know his death, it took a lot out of people. And so he made a difference. And so fashion, it definitely, it brings people together. Overall, I enjoyed some clips from the Emmys, and I'm excited to see what's in store for next year. I want to see what else they have to talk about. But until next time, congratulations to all that has won, and keep striving.
Absolutely, 100%.
Again, this is Prodigal, and this is Danny, and you are listening to Hawk Live Radio. Coming up in the next segment, we're going to be talking about "Vacate Me, Please." But before we get to that, we're going to take a next break, and we have a song coming to you, coming from Flo Rida, "Good Feeling." All right, that was Flo Rida, "Good Feeling." Again, you are listening to CMC Live on Hawk Live Radio. This is your girl Prodigal,
And Danny?
and we are about to go into another segment called "Vacate Me, Please." So every now and then we need a break, right? I mean, we work, the world has to work, the next person has to work, 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 work. So I said to myself, let me just list the stuff that I dream to do. I need to travel, you know what I'm saying? But guess what? PTO is not racking up any faster. So in the meantime, let a girl dream. So my top 5 dream travel spots for me is New York, Tahiti, Los Angeles, ATL, and all cities with HBCUs. But before I get into that, I'm going to let my boy Danny talk and let him give a little spiel on his dream travel spots. Take it away, Danny.
Well, I've been to the ATL. I've been to New York. I've been to LA. What was the other one? Tahiti.
Yes.
Tahiti. I haven't been there, but they're great spots.
Yes.
I definitely recommend them. If you want to go out of the country, you know, overseas, I've been to Italy. I've been to Spain, Puerto Rico. I think I've been to a couple other spots that don't come to mind. My favorite, I think, overall was Italy. Just
Nice.
the architecture, the way the roads. I mean, it's an old country. And I think that's what it was, is this, you know, the history behind it. I went to Rome. It was beautiful. Venice. I dropped my iPhone in Venice in one of the canals.
What?
So my iPhone is literally, I left my phone there in one of the canals in Venice. Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, Italy's great. I suggest we talked about, hard times, during this era, and save your money, do it. We work is what Cheryl was saying, and take some time to do it for yourself. Like if it's New York, ATL, you have a destination that you do it, because you just never know. Save a little bit. It doesn't take a whole lot.
Right.
My youngest is 20. She went to London and then went to Italy by herself.
Wow.
Her friends couldn't afford it. She's like, Daddy, I'm going by myself. And
Yeah.
she had a great time, so yeah, do it.
Right.
Like Nike says, do it. Do it.
And we definitely don't give ourselves credit with all the work that we do. Mm-hmm. So again, like he said, do it. And my palate, I'm not even gonna lie, it's really not full when it comes to traveling, because I haven't put much thought into it. It's sad, but I just hopefully one day just wake up, just pack my bags and go. The good thing is most of the cities are easy for me to go to, and most people visit all the time. I'm a huge sucker for movies and television, so that's the main reason why I want to see New York and Atlanta. I actually went to Atlanta. It was just for a college trip, but just the experience was awesome. I even went to the Tyler Perry studios. I didn't go deep in.
It's different.
Yeah,
it's different. I love it. Atlanta's so cool.
Yes. So I went to the studios and I saw how everything was set up, and it was just a refreshment to see that. And then with New York City, although I see it behind the screens, I do want to see the diversity when it comes to the food and the production sites for movies, and riding the train for the first time. So I have a lot of hope for that I can go and see that.
Do it.
AAA.com did a list of the top 20 travel destinations for 2025, and it ranges from France, Canada, New Zealand, and actually South Africa, with France being at the top of the list. Now, although I'm not interested in seeing France, I did see that they offer some cruising packages for those who want to see the countryside in Paris. So have you ever been to Paris?
No, I haven't. But, the countryside is really what I like to visit when I go to, either different towns or other countries, because that's where the real culture is. You go to the city, it's all tourism.
Right.
You get what's real when you go to the countryside, Mom and pop, the food is different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get to see the real life, like how they really live. Because you go to the big cities, you're just seeing, So I'm not saying don't go to the big cities. You want to go there because that's where a lot of the, the big stuff is. The Vatican, the this, the that. I went to Madrid. I went to Spain. Did I mention Spain?
No, you didn't.
Spain is cool. Spain was real cool too. Yeah.
Got some stories for that?
Yeah. Same thing. Just old world. Structures are different. The highways are different. It's another thing. They really know how to drive there. They really know. I mean, everybody's just going. It's a pattern, and nobody breaks that pattern. It's just go, 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 and no, there's no stuck.
Right.
Like here, you got like this.
Stop and go.
Yep. But Spain was really cool too. Yeah.
That's
Just go. It doesn't take a whole lot. $2,000, $1,500, $2,000 will get you. I mean, probably like, I don't know, maybe $800, $900 for the flight back and forth, and maybe another $1,500 to go there. You can go on a budget, probably $2,500.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
And you save, even if it takes you a year, and just do it. Do it. You know, it's worth every penny.
I'm telling you.
And in the States, it doesn't even take that much.
Right. Listen, you can go. Actually, I went to Atlanta with just $400 and I lasted. So, like he said, just do it, and it's not even that much expensive. Actually, in Canada, you can do some kayaking and hiking too. I actually have some family in Colorado, and I did some hiking, and I hiked on the Red Rocks mountains. So
that must have been really cool.
yeah, really
How
cool.
was
The
that?
scenery. It was really nice. Another thing is when it comes to the humidity in Colorado, it's really different than here. Ours is moist and theirs is dry.
Just hot. Yeah.
Yes.
Over there is
So,
nice.
oh gosh, my hair was breaking. Like my hair was breaking. Like it's a different type of humidity, but I love the snow. And for those who have seen snow, I miss it. I really do. I
Snow
wish,
is awesome.
yes, yes. I wish Tampa had some snow, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
So you went to Canada?
No, I did not, but I did look up how they had some hiking. So I was like, okay, well, with hiking, I did some in Colorado. So
you like nature?
I do. I really do love nature. And then when kayaking, I never been, so I do want to do kayaking one day. Have you been kayaking?
Mm-hmm.
See?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've done a little bit, but keep in mind, I've been around a little longer
Yeah, I'm
than
about
you.
to say.
So I've had an opportunity. I didn't do it. You know, I was able to do it as I got older and started to. You know, you do better as you get older. If you work and you start building, and you put the time and the work in, you'll grow financially as a person.
Right.
You know,
It'll definitely show off.
Yep.
Yep. So with that, it's a joy to see the different areas and spots we can go to. And then like for me, I have a soft space when it comes to Tahiti, and I'm a nature and blue water girl. So they have beaches and lagoons, and it's 18 hours and 46 minutes from here.
That's the one.
Yes.
The flights are. The flights are brutal.
Tickets, oh gosh, the tickets are $1,200.
Forget the ticket money. The flights are
I
brutal. Yeah,
know,
Europe
the
was like 13 hours.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah. Now Colorado, it was only 4 hours, but boy,
but it's well worth
hours.
it. It's well worth it.
Yes.
Them 18 hours are 100% well worth it. I bet.
Yes. So I just started calculating. I'm like, okay, so if I was to go, I can just sleep here, read here, eat here, like just the timing of it. What are you going to do for 18 hours? So that is how much the tickets are.
Well, you
They
do
are
a layover.
$2,500.
You do a layover. You stop at another country, boom, and then you go.
That's true. Hang out, chill for a second, and come back.
Get some rest.
Yep. So that is the price for that for Tahiti. And then for Los Angeles, it's 5 hours and 4 minutes, and the tickets are they're roughly around $300, and you can't beat that. You can't beat that.
I was caught in an earthquake when we went to LA.
No.
I was little. Yeah, I remember stuff falling off the walls. It was crazy. I was
Oh my
little. I was like
gosh.
10 years old when it
Yeah.
happened. And
Gee.
my dad's friend grabbed me. He threw me under a table, got on top of me. And I
Mhm.
remember, I didn't know what was happening then, but now I look back and I'm like, I was in some real danger and I had no
Right,
clue. Yeah,
right.
stuff falling everywhere. Yeah, I look back now and it's pretty cool.
Right.
But I had no idea that
Gee.
I was in some serious.
Now, did you go back after that? Have you ever
Yeah,
visited?
yeah.
See, and I've always wanted to go. I wanted to see the Hollywood sign. Have you seen that?
No, but I've been to
No?
Texas, also the Kennedy
Mhm.
Space Center in Texas. I did go there. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
I was probably about 10 also, but yeah, that was really neat. Yeah.
See.
Do
Danny,
it.
I want to say Danny got
Do
more.
it.
Danny got more experience than me. Like as I was saying, the Hollywood sign. It's important for me to see because I want to be a director one day. So that is definitely on my bucket list, and as well as the HBCUs. I was talking about that earlier too. I do have a stigma for them. I'm not even gonna lie. I love going to school. I love being a student, and so my top 3 is Howard, Fisk, and Wiley. So believe it or not, for Howard University, it was the home and stomping grounds for Chadwick Boseman and Felicia Rashad. So they're both actors and actresses,
Mhm.
and so hands down,
A lot of
Howard.
icons have coming out of Howard
Yes,
University
yes.
politically, just in the arts.
Yep.
It's,
Even FSU have a lot of them too. FAMU obviously have a lot of them. So it's great to see where we're starting at, to already see people who's already been in the light. So another thing for Fisk University, one of my favorite movies is The Great Debaters, and I was in that. And just chasing and hoping for one day I would attend a HBCU. So again, I love them. So I pray that
You can
one
do
day
it.
I can do it and be in the airport and just do my thing.
You get what you put in.
That part.
You work for it. I promise you'll get it. You just got to put in the work.
Yes. So when I say travel, do it.
I
So
certainly hope you fulfill your dreams. I really do.
you too, Danny. You too. Thank you.
Thank you.
And so we are about to wrap up time, but before that, we want to go ahead and take a quick break, and then I have a question to ask you guys, and then we will sign off. Again, you are listening to CMC Live on Hawk Live Radio. We are going to head back over to some HCC tunes. Stay tuned, everybody. All right, everybody. Again, that was 5 o'clock by T-Pain. This is your girl Prodigal.
And Danny?
And we are coming to you live from HCC Radio. So we're going to end off the show with the question that I just wanted to ask Danny. So Danny, just one simple question, and you just expound it how you want to. What is your strength and weaknesses?
My strength is, I wouldn't say stubbornness, but my will to never quit. I guess I'm just stubborn like that. You know, I bump, fall and get back up, fall and get back up, fall and get back up till I either get what I want or I just keep trying. And then my weakness, probably be sleep. I love to sleep now. My weakness would, I struggle with people sometimes. Everybody's in their own world, and I think certain people I can't tell where their
true motives.
Yeah, just are you just unaware of your surroundings, or are you just like closed off to the rest of the world? Would come to across as mean and rude.
Right.
So I struggle with that, but I'd rather focus on my strengths.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, be stubborn.
I asked that question because, as the week go by. You know, we always try to work on something. And so I said to myself, okay, so let me go ahead and ask him, what's your strength and weakness? What can you work on? And even for me, my strength is.
I was about to ask,
Yeah.
what's your strength
Yeah,
and
I got
weakness?
you. I
You're not
got
getting
you.
out of here without.
No. So the two things that I need to work on. So for my strength is basically coming through for people. And just going the extra mile.
That's
is
a beautiful
definitely
thing.
yes. I'm keeping my word. And then on the flip side, my weakness is not never saying no. So you have to balance that out. So when you look at it, yes, I come through for people, but at the same time, I'm burning myself out because I never say no. And just like in the last segment, the reason why I haven't stopped in travel is not because of me. It's because I've always stayed planted for other people.
You got to learn to say no.
Mm-hmm.
You need to. You want to help, but you can't forget about yourself. If you don't take care of you, you can't take care of anybody else.
Exactly.
So you've got to learn to take time to say no. You know,
Right.
sometimes it seems selfish, but it's really not.
Exactly.
Nobody's going to take care of Cheryl like Cheryl. You know what I mean?
Right. So that is my little tidbit for this week to work on, to just
Says
put
a lot
myself
about
first.
you. Says
Yes.
a lot about you.
In my character.
Yeah, just a big
Yes.
heart. Good. It's beautiful.
Yes. So again, you know, we as humans, we have some stuff that we have to work on. So I'm proud of my boy, and I'm proud of myself that we have some check marks to do this week. And so our time is wrapping up, and I just want to thank you guys for listening today. I hope you enjoyed the show and our time together. Again, you were listening to CMC Live with Particle and
Danny.
And we are here from 11 a.m. to 12 noon, bringing you a variety of topics, fun vibes, and highlights to your day. Next week, I will uncover some trivia questions, Halloween trends, and more. Again, everybody, stay blessed and see you soon. We are out of here.
See ya.